To show you something.
In the last two modules, we've looked at top tricks, tricks that we are sure to take, and also at using our long suits to take extra tricks. Now we're going to look at a new, highly satisfying way to make extra tricks and stop your opponents taking tricks with their high cards. It's called a finesse, and it's a hugely important technique in bridge. It's not just which high cards your opponents hold that affects how many tricks you can take. Where those cards are positioned is important too. Consider this example. First of all, let's look at this situation from West's perspective. Here, West is faced with a tough choice. If they play their king, Declarer will win with the ace in dummy, and now the queen will also win a trick, so North makes both their ace and queen, even though they don't have the king. What happens if West holds onto their king and instead plays a small card? Well, if Declarer is playing correctly, they will play the queen from dummy, hoping that the king is in West's hand, not East's. This is what we call taking a finesse. In this example, the finesse has worked because the hand that contains the king has to play before the hand that contains the ace and queen. The ace is also going to win a trick, so again, both of North's honor cards will score tricks. There is nothing poor West can do here. If the king of spades is in the hand that plays before the ace and queen, then the ace and queen will both make tricks, as long as Declarer takes the finesse. What if it's East that has the king? Well, now the queen from dummy loses to East's king. The finesse has not worked this time, but Declarer has not lost a trick by attempting the finesse. The queen was never going to win a trick here. Even though the finesse failed, it was still right for Declarer to play this way because they will win the extra trick whenever the king is sitting under the ace and queen. And if Declarer does not attempt to take the finesse and plays their ace on the first round of the suit, now West will be able to win their king on the next round. West has been allowed to make a trick with a card that wasn't going to be able to win if Declarer had made a better decision. Finesses are not just for kings. You can take a finesse against lower cards in exactly the same way. Let's have a look at an example where Declarer is missing the queen. South wins the first trick in the suit by playing the ace, both defenders following suit with small cards. Now, South leads a small spade. What is West to do? It's just like in the previous case. If they play the queen, it will lose to the king, but if they don't, and Declarer plays the jack, hoping for this to be the position, then the jack will win, and West's queen will fall under the king, never taking a trick. If the queen is with East though, Declarer can't make the extra trick. Here's another example, when we hold the king in a suit but are missing the ace. Again, you can see how helpful it is to Declarer if the higher card is before their honor in the order of play. When South leads a small card towards the dummy's king, there is no way for West to prevent North's king from taking a trick. If they play the ace right away, North will play small, and now North's king will score on the next round of the suit. But if they don't play the ace, Declarer will play dummy's king, hoping that the ace is in West's hand and it will hold the trick. If the ace is in the East hand, then the king is always going to be beaten by it. There are all sorts of situations where you can consider a finesse, so if you want to learn more about finessing, head over to the website and have a look in the hints and tips section for Module 6.3. And of course, make sure to take the finessing quiz. When you're done, we'll see you for the final part of Module 6, where we'll look at ways to use trumps to win extra tricks.